Hey guys, I'm Carlos Cooper, author of the Core Justice novels and founder of Self-Publishing Success School. And today I want to talk about the top 3 reasons indie authors don't sell books. And I'm not talking about generally, I'm talking about specifically why do people not click on their books or click on your books or click on my books and actually consider buying. Alright, so number 3 is poorly targeted audience. You know, this is a lesson I learned the hard way. I thought my audience was one thing and it turned out to be something else, but it was only after months and months that I actually figured that out. So I want to show you some ways before you start writing. Here are a couple simple tools that I like to use to make sure that I am targeting the right people, that I am putting my book in the right place. And again, this will help you find out whether A, there is an audience for your book, and if there is, what categories to list your book under. And the cool thing is these tools are actually kind of tell you how big your audience is as well. Alright, so the first one is Google Keyword Tool. If you're a little more tech savvy, if you're used to using all the Google backend stuff, then this is easy for you. And this is what it looks like for all you non-techies. Obviously, you can kind of, for now, ignore the competition, but really what you want to see is how many people are looking for it globally, and then how many are looking for it locally. Alright, so an Amazon category search. This is one of my favorites. This is actually one of the ones that I do really as soon as I have a new idea for usually non-fiction book, but even for a fiction novel. This is one of the ones that I use. It's something that you can actually pause the video right after I show you this and go check it out right now. So go to Kindle, and then on the left side of the screen, I think it's under, you know, you're under the Kindle ebooks, but then go to the categories on the left hand side and you can see, you know, I just picked fiction and then horror, and then this is what pops up. Now, what are these numbers right here? This is the number of books, number of ebooks that are in these categories. So anthologies 40, dark fantasy 256. So really gives you a good idea, okay, where do I want to put my book? How many books are there already out there? How big is my competition pool? So I'm going to probably stay away from that, and probably stick somewhere around the ghosts and occult. That's, it could be a big number. Again, it kind of just depends on what you're comparing it against. But again, Amazon's a great tool that you can use, and it's completely free. Alright, the other thing is LinkedIn groups. This is especially a good one for nonfiction writers. You know, I've written some nonfiction books, and just go on there and see what groups there are. Do a search, you know, in the search tab, it says you can actually look for groups, and, you know, you want to write a how-to on, you know, do-it-yourself remodeling. Take a look in there, and I'll bet there's groups that popped up, you know, that pop up under one of those keywords. Alright, and last one that I'm going to mention is Facebook groups and pages. Facebook is huge now. If you don't have a Facebook page, hopefully in 3 years this won't change, because I love Facebook, especially for research. But take a look, you know, do a search for different groups and different pages that are out there, and see what people are talking about. You know, if you want to write a vampire novel or a how-to book, you know, put whatever kind of book that is into the search tab and see what pops up, and see how many people are talking about what you want to write about. Alright, number 2 reason is copy. And what do I mean by copy? What kind of copy? Most important, I think, is the book title. I think some people just get too crazy on this. You know, they come up with some 20 letter word that people can't even pronounce, and then that completely turns people off. My books were called, have been called Back to War, Council of Patriots, and Prime Asset. I try to keep it simple, under 3 words or less, so that people can digest it easily. And plus, it's a lot easier when you do your book cover. But we'll talk about that in a sec. And then the other thing is the book description. I'm not going to go into detail on this, but make sure that your book description is clean. Take a look at other books on Amazon that are selling well, and see what other good writers are actually using to describe their books. Keep it simple, keep it to the point. Don't have a lot of BS in there. You know, people can sniff their way right through that if it's just an ad. Tell them what they're going to get from the book, period. That's what I like to stick with. Alright, number 1 reason that indie authors aren't selling is a crappy book cover. Now this is one of my biggest pet peeves, and again, I'm not perfect. I've struggled with this a couple times just because I didn't really know how to do it when I first started, but if you're just starting out especially, I want to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes that I did. So it'll go to the next part? All right, get someone to design your book cover. You may be that 1 in 5 million people that can actually design your own, and you may be out there and you may be listening to this and thinking that I'm full of crap, but I'll tell you what, have somebody else design it for you, okay? And we'll talk a couple of reasons of why that is. All right, so take a look at the bestseller list. See what else is out there. See what's selling, and then see what they look like. All right, so here's an example that I pulled today. Best American short stories. You know, Nicholas Sparks, Safe Haven. The best American mystery stories for 2012. You know, these are completely, well, these two are kind of similar, but this one's completely different. But look at how sharp these are, okay? This is 2 colors, and look, #1, 2 days in the top 100. Obviously, this one's been rocketing up there, but look at how clean that is. Look at how clean that picture is on Safe Haven. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a teeny. Look at how small the area is that you get to actually attract somebody. And then look, there is the title. Is it crazy? Again, remember what we talked about? Actually, I didn't mention this in this video, but with nonfiction type stuff, or stuff that's actually, you know, a compilation, you can get away with longer titles. But look at this, Safe Haven. 2 words. Pretty simple, right? So if you're a fiction author, take that into account. All right, so what are some ways that you can actually get a good book design made, book cover design? A professional graphic designer. This is something that I've never used, but some people prefer it. Some people have a friend that can do it. I caution you on using friends for this kind of stuff, because you may think that they're really good, but your judgment may be tainted just because you like that person. And I'm not saying they're crappy, but some graphic designers are not good at book design, book cover design. So find one that's specifically good at book cover design. All right, some things that I use. This is one that I started using the last 6 months or so. Elance.com, a bunch of subcontractors on there that you can hire to do certain things, one of them being book cover design. But really my favorite is 99 Designs. You can go on there, you know, bid for how much you want to pay, and then designers compete to actually win your business. So they're actually submitting and resubmitting cover ideas, and you get to vote on them, and you get to share them on social media with your friends so that your friends can vote on it too. How cool is that? This is one of my favorite 99 Designs. So why do I tell you all this? Because I want you to be a successful indie author. I want you to, you know, and we measure success in different ways, maybe 2 different ways. One, you just want to write a book, and you want it to be out there, and you want to tell your story, or show people how to do something, or grow your business. You know, it could be a leave behind that you want for your potential clients. You know, but I want you to be proud of that product that you put out there. I want you to be able to point to the screen on Amazon, or hold that book in your hand that you get, you know, through print on demand, and say, I'm really proud of this book. And then on the other side, if you want to make money, I want you to make as much money as you want to. You know, be realistic about it. You know, self-publishing isn't easy. I'm not saying that, but it can be way easier than people make it. Some people just complicate it too much. And, you know, be able to look inside yourself and say, you know, I'm not perfect and I need help. And that's kind of one of the reasons that we started Self-Publishing Success School. So stay tuned. We're going to be having a lot more classes, so make sure that you are enrolled in our email list so that you get those updates. And we can't wait to get you some more tutorials on how to become a successful indie publisher. Again, I'm Carlos Cooper, founder of Self-Publishing Success School. I will see you next time.